Hello and welcome to another episode of Gear Toward Gear. My name is Sean and I am so glad you're here. Today we're talking about gloves. I'm sure you're very excited about this. I actually am because I think it's just an interesting topic. It'll be pretty brief, but I just want to talk about one specific product that I think is phenomenal. And it's not just Mechanix gloves in general. It's a very specific model from Mechanix. So this is a pair of gloves that I've had for, I don't know, maybe a year, 2 years. They're a little beat up as you can see. These are size extra large. Let me throw one of these on real quick just so you can kind of see the fit. Because I often say in knife videos that I wear an extra large glove. So this is how an extra large Mechanix glove fits my hand. Fingers come to the very ends, as you can see that one's sticking out. The kind of webbing goes all the way down. It is truly a good fit for my hand. I am a true XL in every sense of the word when it comes to gloves. It's got a leather palm, kind of a mesh breathable top here. And this particular pair, and one feature, there's many, but one feature that I love about these is that there's no Velcro closure. These are called the FastFit from Mechanix Wear. And I bought a couple new pairs. Obviously, as you can see, this one's kind of beat up. I saw a really good deal on Amazon, so I snagged 2 more pairs, and I figured I'd share it with you. Because again, one of the things I want to do more on this channel, still the knife stuff for sure, but just individual products that I personally buy, that I personally use, I want to share them with you, right? I did that recently with the Storacell battery containers. I'm doing that now with these gloves. I've done it with the trauma pack, that pre-built $25 trauma kit. So I'm just sharing with you things that I use personally that I think you may find interesting. If you don't, that's fine. Yeah, I think these have a lot to offer. So the FastFit specifically refers to the fact that there is no Velcro closure. Kind of the old school Mechanix gloves required you to, put the glove on, and then you would have a kind of a loop panel here, and then you would cinch it down. And this just takes that step away. It's got an elastic wrist, as you can see. So it's elastic there. So you just literally, you can use this little pull tab if you want to. You just pull it on and that's it. The elastic stays pretty secure. It's just simple to use, easy on, easy off. So I love the FastFit. I will never again buy a pair of Mechanix gloves that have the Velcro closure. Personally, I think they're amazing. What's even more amazing is that the new version of the FastFit, and here's an example of that. Well, there's 2, a black and a gray. They look a little different. It's the same glove essentially. It has a slightly different look to it as far as the mesh is concerned. But what's cool about the new FastFit gloves, and you've got to pay attention to the listing, like on Amazon, for example, where I bought these, and these are very affordable too, like $16, $18 a pair, not expensive and very high quality. What's great about these new ones is that they are touchscreen compatible, whereas my older ones were not. And I tested this right before the video. I took my phone, which I'm filming with, and I sent a full-blown text message to myself with this exact glove on. This gray glove on my right hand. And again, this is size extra large. Perfect fit. Again, fingers go all the way to the tips. Plenty of dexterity. They're not big or bulky. Super nice leather palm. Really nice kind of breathable mesh. Again, that elastic wrist. So just super easy on and off. They're so crazy comfortable. And you could type a full-blown text message, check your email, swipe through whatever. They're just fantastic gloves. I love everything about them. So where would you use a pair of gloves like this? Why would you want Mechanix gloves? That's I think probably the question to ask, right? Like, why would you not want, for example, here's a pair of North Face gloves. These are just kind of for when it's cold out, right? You need a pair of gloves that are kind of light to medium gloves. These are also touchscreen compatible. They're a little more expensive, so why not something like this? The reason I prefer Mechanix gloves, especially now you can get these very subdued colors, so it's not like, it doesn't scream mechanic, is that they're very versatile. So what I use these for personally is when I go hunting, because it's generally pretty cold, but not crazy cold. This will keep your hand warm, but not in extremely cold temperatures. I would say like 30 to like 50 degrees maybe is where something like this would come in handy. If you're in like the teens and the 20s, you're either going to need an insulated liner to go inside the glove, right? You put on the liner and then you put your hand in the glove, or you need to put some hot hands inside of here, or just wear different gloves. If it's super, these are not winter gloves is what I'm saying. I'm not shoveling snow or scraping ice for hours on end with Mechanix gloves. That's not what they're for. These are not winter gloves. They're not made to keep your hands super warm, but they will add some warmth in certain temperature gradients. So I use these when I go hunting. I do use them occasionally when I work on my vehicle. More often I use nitrile gloves, like medical gloves when I work on my vehicle, but I do sometimes wear Mechanix gloves. I use these when I do yard work. I use these when I split firewood and split kindling. I use them for all kinds of stuff. I also use them for shooting rifles. Again, whether it's hunting or at the range when I'm outside, or if I'm taking a class, like a firearms class where I'm going to be down on the ground in the gravel and the dirt. I want to protect my hands. I don't want gravel being embedded into my palm. It's just it's a utility glove. It's kind of the way I would describe these. It is a good all-around utility glove where it's kind of like, it's almost like if you could only own one glove, this would be the one to own, right? It's not super thin cheap work glove that's just going to get torn up after you use it 2 or 3 times, but it's not super thick, crazy warm winter glove. It's not crazy tactical. It doesn't have any plastic knuckle protection. It's just a basic all-around utility glove that is excellent for shooting because, again, you get really good dexterity and kind of tactile feedback when you wear these gloves. You can really feel with your finger. And again, because of the way they fit, generally speaking, there's not a bunch of excess material, so I can, as like a trigger finger, these work great for shooting. And again, just for all-around utility, yard work, working on the car, stuff like that. Throw one in your bug-out bag, throw one in your roadside bag, throw one in your glove box, your EDC bag, keep one in your garage. They're just great gloves, and especially these new ones, again, they are touchscreen compatible, which is fantastic. And for me, FastFit is where it's at. You can still get the ones with the cinch down Velcro, but this is a big upgrade if you ask me. Also, if you look at or were to ask people who work in law enforcement, oftentimes they actually choose these as their duty gloves. Again, for some of the reasons I mentioned, they're touchscreen compatible. They are, they come in all these different colors, whether it's black, multicam, gray. You can get these in high visibility colors. So if you work in an environment where you're required to be highly visible for safety, they do make them in those colors as well. But a lot of law enforcement and military units actually use these because, again, they're not too light, not too heavy, very tactile, very breathable, comfortable, affordable. There's really not a bad thing I can say about them. And so I personally use them. I just bought 2 new pairs for myself and thought I would share that with you. That is the Mechanix FastFit gloves. I'll leave a link for these specifically so that you can find the ones that are touchscreen compatible, because not all of them are, but I think most of the newer ones are. So that's it. Just wanted to share my thoughts and my love for the basic Mechanix FastFit gloves. I think they're fantastic. Super, super comfy. Gosh, these things are they're great. They're super comfortable. Can't say a bad thing about them. So that is it. That is Mechanix Gloves 101 with Gear Toward Gear. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon.